If you're looking to crochet a spring or summer slouch hat, then you've come to the right place. I'm Little John Yarns, so make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell because I come out with brand new patterns every single week. So today we're going to be crocheting this flower motif slouch hat. It's pretty easy, so let's hop into the pattern breakdown. We're going to begin by working in around, creating the flower base. Then we'll work around the edges just like you would a granny square. After we're done in creases, we'll work even stitches to work the sides. The materials that we'll be using today are a 5mm crochet hook and any worsted weight yarn. I created this hat using scrap yarn. Alright, as usual, I leave timestamps for the pattern for easy pattern navigation. You can follow along to the free written pattern on my blog. I'll leave the link down below. Please make sure you check pattern gauge. To begin, we are going to use a 5mm crochet hook and worsted weight yarn. I'm using 3 different colors, so you can choose any color you want. And down below, I will list the gauge for this pattern. Alright, you can start with a magic ring. If you don't know how to do a magic ring, start with a chain 6 and slip stitch to join into that very first stitch. So I'm going to begin with my magic ring. And now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Your chain 3 will count as a double crochet. We're going to place 15 double crochets into the ring. 1, 2. All right, you can pause your video here. Continue placing the other 15 double crochets into the ring, and I'll meet you at the other side. Okay, we've made it to the very end of this row, and we're going to do stitch number 16 together. But if you're maintaining the same color all throughout, you're just going to continue with your 16th stitch and slip stitch to join into the top of your chain 3 stitch. But I'm changing colors for this. So I'm going to do my double crochet, but I'm going to stop halfway through. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops on a hook. I'm going to drop my working yarn, and I'm going to pick up my new color and wrap it around the hook. And pull through. And now my color is changed. So we're going to continue to slip stitch to join into the top of your chain 3 stitch. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch to join. Next, you're going to chain 1. Remember, this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And now you're going to single crochet back into the very same stitch. And that's your first stitch. Now let's chain 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to skip the next stitch and single crochet into the next. And chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Skip 1 stitch and single crochet into the next. That's going to be our pattern repeat all the way around. So what you're going to do, chain 3, skip a stitch, single crochet into the next, all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the other side. I finished my last chain 3, and we're going to slip stitch to join into the very first single crochet stitch. At the end of this row, you should have a total of 8 chain 3 stitches. Next, we're just going to slip stitch into the chain 3 space. Chain 1. Remember, this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. If you're following along to the written pattern, right now we're on round 3. So first, we're going to single crochet back into the same chain space. Chain 1. Now we're going to place 3 double crochets back into the same chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1 and single crochet back into that very same chain 3 space. And that is going to be our pattern repeat all the way around. I'm going to show you one more time. So we're going to single crochet into that chain 3 space, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and single crochet back into that very same space. That is going to be your pattern repeat all the way around. So you're going to single crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and single crochet back into the chain 3 space. So pause your video here and I'll meet you back at the other side. We've made it back around and we're just going to slip stitch to join into the very first single crochet. And now we're going to start round 4. We're going to slip stitch into the next chain 1 space and the next 2 stitches. So slip stitch into that chain 1 space and the next 2 stitches. You'll notice you're in the center of your 3 double crochets. So now we're going to chain 1 and single crochet back into that very same stitch. And now we're about to start our pattern repeat. We're going to chain 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and skip the next 6 stitches. So you don't have to count those 6 stitches. Just know, you remember your 3 double crochets? You're going to single crochet in that center stitch. So single crochet in that middle double crochet, that is 6 stitches. Well, you're skipping 6 stitches. Single crochet. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. Single crochet into that middle double crochet. 1, 2, 3. You see the middle right there? And single crochet. That is going to be your pattern repeat all the way across. Single crochet, well, chain 6 and single crochet in the top of each one of your petals all the way around. So pause your video here and I'll meet you at the other side. Once you make it back around, you're going to slip stitch to join into that very first single crochet. If you're sticking with the same color, I want you to slip stitch over into this first chain 6 stitch. But if you're switching colors, fasten off your work and we're going to attach our new yarn to this chain 6 space. So I'm grabbing my red. These colors are colors that my daughter chose for a hat that she wanted. So let's chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Your chain 3 will count as a double crochet. We're going to place 6 more double crochets back into this chain 6 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next, we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Now we're going to do a treble crochet 3 stitches together. I'm going to show you how to work this stitch. So do a treble crochet 3 stitches together. We're going to yarn over twice. 1, 2. And start like a normal treble crochet, but you go in through the chain 6 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop. Now we're going to go back into that same stitch. So yarn over twice, just like a treble crochet. You go in through that chain 6 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Let's do it one more time. Yarn over twice. 1, 2. Go in through that chain 6 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. At this time, you're going to have 4 loops on your hook. So next, we're just going to yarn over and pull through all of those 4 loops on your hook. You just completed your first treble crochet 3 together. All right, now we're going to chain 2. We're going to do that 2 more times into this same space. So let's do another treble crochet together. I'll show you. I'm going to move a little bit faster. Yarn over twice, go into the chain 6 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 2 loops on your hook. Let's do that again. Yarn over twice, go into the chain 6 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops on your hook. So let's do it one more time, because it's a treble crochet 3 together. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to have 4 loops on your hook. So let's yarn over and pull through all of those 4 loops on your hook, and you just completed a treble crochet 3 together. Whew, tongue twister. So let's chain 2, and let's do another treble crochet 3 together one more time. So I'm moving much faster. Yarn over twice, going through the loop, pull up a loop. I'm not going to speak through this one. I think you guys can pretty much get the gist of it. If you're not exactly sure, rewind it, pause it. You can slow the video down just in case you don't get it. You know you're complete with your treble crochet 3 together when you have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all those 4 loops on your hook, and your treble crochet 3 together is done. And now chain 2. 1, 2. All right, whew, that was a lot. We're going to do a pattern repeat of this part, the 7 double crochets and your 3 treble crochets together all over again. All right, so I'm going to make this quick. For this one, we're going to place 7 double crochets into this space right here. So I'll start with the first one. Pause your video here, complete putting those 7 stitches in. Okay, we completed those 7 double crochets, and now we're going to do our treble crochet 3 stitches together. Before that, we need to do our chain 2. I'm sorry. 1, 2, because we're chaining 2 between all of these spaces. So now let's begin our treble crochet 3 together. Yarn over twice, go in through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over twice, go in through the chain 6 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook. Let's do it one more time. Yarn over twice, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook. So let's yarn over and pull through all those loops on your hook. And there's your treble crochet 3 together. So let's chain 2. 1, 2. So you're going to do another treble crochet 3 together, chain 2, treble crochet 3 together, chain 2. So pause your video here and do that, and I'll meet you when you complete this space right here. Okay, I finished this section. As you can see, I got my treble crochet 3 together, chain 2, treble crochet 3 together, chain 2, treble crochet 3 together, chain 2. All right, so that's going to be our pattern repeat all the way across. So remember, you're putting your 7 in here and you're putting your trebles here. 7 here, trebles here. So pause your video here and complete that pattern repeat until you make it to the other side. Okay, we've made it almost to the other side. If you're using the same color, continue, finish this off, chain 2, and slip stitch to join into the top of your chain 3 stitch. But if you're changing your colors like me, I want you to stop on that last treble crochet 3 together when you have 4 loops on your hook. We're going to add our new color and pull through those 4 loops on your hook. Chain 2 to finish off that row. Now to move on to, we're going to slip stitch to join into the top of your chain 3 stitch. Okay, now we're going to begin row 6 or round 6. We're going to chain 1. Remember that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. All right, and just let you know, this part of the pattern is going to be abbreviated, so I don't want the run time to be more than an hour on this video. So remember, this is not a stitch. We're going to place a double crochet into the next 7 stitches. So remember, double crochet back into that same stitch. And that's 1. Next stitch, 2. So you can pause your video here. Continue placing your 7 double crochets into those next stitches. Okay, we completed those 7 stitches. Now you're going to place 2 stitches in your previous row's chain 2 space. So 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And in your next chain 2 space, you're going to place 5 double crochets. And we're at that corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn your work, you're at the other part of your corner. Place 5 more double crochets in this chain 2 space. So I'm going to pause the video here and put 5 more in. Okay, we repeated those 5, and now we're just going to place 2 more double crochets in that next chain 2 space. 1 and 2. Alright, we're just going to repeat that whole section all the way again. I know this might look confusing, so I'll leave a timestamp on exactly where it starts. And it's much easier if you follow along to the written pattern. So what you're going to do next is place 1 double crochet into the next 7 stitches, then 2 double crochet into the next chain 2 space. Then you make it to your corner, 5 double crochets and 5 double crochets in the next, and you repeat all the way around. So pause your video here, continue this all the way around your piece, and like I said, I'll leave a timestamp below, and I'll meet you at the other side. We've made it to the end of the row, and you should have a total of 84 stitches. So we're just going to slip stitch to join and fasten off our work. I'm personally going to switch my colors, and I'm going to put my hook exactly where I left off, and I'm going to start with a chain of 5. So let's attach my yarn. Now chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here on out, your chain 5 will count as a treble crochet and a chain 1. So next we're going to skip 1 stitch and treble crochet into the next. So yarn over twice and skip 1 stitch and treble crochet into the next stitch. For your treble crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and treble crochet into the next. That is going to be our pattern repeat all the way across. Let's complete this treble crochet together. So we're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, treble crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip a stitch, treble crochet into the next, all the way around. So pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the other side. Okay, we've made it back around, and you should have a total of 42 treble crochets, including your chain 4. Now I've finished my last chain 1. We're going to slip stitch the join into the top of your chain 4 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got my slip stitch in, and now I'm going to slip stitch into that very first chain 1 space to start my next row, which is round number 8. So now we're just going to repeat what we did last time. We're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, this chain 5 counts as a treble crochet and a chain 1. Begin your treble crochet and treble crochet in the next chain 1 spot. And chain 1. That is going to be your pattern repeat all the way around. Chain 1, treble crochet into the chain 1 space. Chain 1, treble crochet into the chain 1 space. So pause your video here, and I'll meet you back at the other side. We've made it back around, and here's what your work looks like. And I already finished my last chain 1, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 4 stitch. So count up 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch to join. And I'm just going to fasten off my work and start with a new color. And if you're staying with the same color, we're just going to slip stitch into this chain 1 space right there. And that's where I'm going to add my new color. So for here, let's work over my yarn. We're going to start with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The chain 4 counts as a treble crochet. We're going to treble crochet back into that very same chain 1 space. Okay, now we're just going to place 2 treble crochets in each chain 1 space. So 2 treble crochets in the next chain 1 space. Another treble crochet. I'm moving a little bit quicker now, but you can always slow down the video if you like. Alright, so that is going to be the pattern sequence all the way around. So 2 treble crochets in each chain 1 space all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the other side. We've made it back around, so now all you have to do is slip stitch to join into the top of your chain 4 stitch. And if you're changing colors, you're just going to fasten off here and add your new color to the new spot. Alright, listen closely. Round 10 through 14 are pattern repeats. You'll need to repeat round 7 through 9 2 times, ending on row 8. That means your second repeat, skip round 9. Once you're done, you'll have a total of 14 rows. So here's what you do for the first row. You're going to treble crochet, chain 1, skip 1, treble crochet into the next spot. And you'll repeat that. So, and for your second row, we're just going to treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet back into the chain 1 space. And for your third row, you're just going to put 2 treble crochets in each space all the way around. So we're going to repeat that 2 times, but remember on your second time around, we're going to skip round 9. Here's what our work looks like so far, and we're going to be starting on round number 15 if you're following along to the pattern. So what we're going to do here, we're going to attach our new yarn with a chain 1, and we're going to single crochet into that very same chain 1 space. We're going to single crochet in each chain 1 space all the way across. As simple as that. Go into your next chain 1 space, single crochet. So you're going to pause your video here, continue putting 1 single crochet all the way across, and I'll meet you back at the other side. Okay, we made it back around, and you're just going to slip stitch to join into that very first single crochet and chain 1, and we're going to do 2 more rows of single crochet. I know at this point somebody's going to say, because they didn't follow along to the gauge stitch, that their hat is too small. My hat, I don't have my soft ruler, my measuring tape. Once stretched, diameter, mine can stretch to almost 24 inches. But if yours, somehow your stitch is a little bit tighter than mine, that's okay. You don't have to put 1 single crochet in each one of these stitches. You can add 2 single crochets into one of these stitches to get yourself a wider brim. So okay, pause your video here. Continue placing 3 rows of single crochet. Well, 2 more rows of single crochet, and I'll meet you when you're done. Okay, once you complete your 3 rows, you're just going to fasten off your ends and you're all done. And like I said, if you get to this point and you notice your hat is too small, mine is perfectly fine. It'll fit my 22-inch head. Just you can go back and take out these 3 rows. You can either go up a hook size or put increases in between here and leave your 2 single crochets instead of 1 single crochet in each space all the way around. All right, thank you for joining me on this tutorial.